Invisible Hand podcast is a metaphor for the unseen forces that move a person's thoughts and intentions. Through individual self-interest and freedom of production, as well as consumption, the best interests of society as a whole are trying to be fulfilled by the Invisible Hand podcast. This podcast is that helping hand to allow you to understand the meaning of that book or lecture you've been meaning to read or listen to, but don't have the spare 4 hours. The Invisible Hand podcast is that tool to help you understand the key insights from the world's best non-fiction books and lectures in less than 15 minutes. In today's episode of the Invisible Hand podcast, we feature The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. So what's in it for me? How about learn to focus on the important things in life and screw the rest? We live in an era of opportunity. Whether we want to choose a career path, a partner, or the best news source, we have a multitude of options available. So why isn't it pure bliss to be alive? Why are so many of us stressed out of our mind and unfulfilled? After all, we should have everything we want. Well, it's because we're trying to do it all. We have so many options open to us that we end up concentrating on all of our different choices and opportunities all the time. And in short, we're spreading ourselves too thin and burning ourselves out. So what can we do instead of this? In this podcast, we need to find out what is important to us and concentrate on doing that. Everything else, we should not give a fuck about. This podcast will help you discover which few things are important enough for you to give a fuck about. You'll also discover why we shouldn't compare ourselves to Metallica, that self-criticism is the key to being right, and why death should be the end for all of us. The first key point we're going to be covering is, whatever you do in life will be a struggle. So you need to find the struggle that's right for you. What do you really want out of life? In other words, what's your ultimate goal? The achievement you want written on your headstone? That's not such an easy question, is it? Sure, many of us will claim that we want happiness, a loving family, a job we enjoy, but these are pretty vague ambitions. And vague ambitions are problematic because they won't push you to strive for success. Unfortunately, if you want to get anywhere in life, you'll have to struggle, really struggle. Achieving your goals will require hard work and plenty of perseverance. It's guaranteed that there will be setbacks and hardships along the way. If you don't have a goal that you're determined to achieve, you'll falter in the face of adversity. Let's say becoming a CEO is your goal. After all, being CEO sounds certainly cool. Just think of all that power and responsibility, and yet, being a CEO is far from a walk in the park. CEOs regularly put in 60-hour work weeks, they have to make tough decisions, and they need to be ready to fire people time and time again. If you aren't hell-bent on becoming a CEO, you'll struggle with the hard work, and your chances of being successful are slim. Since struggle is unavoidable, you have to find something you're worth struggling for. You have to identify what you really enjoy doing. Working on something that makes you happy means you'll not only be undeterred by the constant battle, you'll grow to love it. Take the author, Mark Manson, for example. He realised that he enjoyed writing about dating, and so he decided to focus on writing a dating advice blog. It was a challenge at first, but because he loved what he did, he thrived on that adversity. Eventually the struggle paid off. The blog garnered hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and it paid more than enough for the author to make it his full-time job. There's no point looking for an easy life, one without adversity. The only way you get ahead is to find a goal that you want to struggle for. However, it's equally important to say no to all the struggles and tasks that don't bring you joy. Be ruthless and stop chasing the things in life that don't make you happy. Concentrate on the few great things and don't give a fuck about anything else. You have to choose something. You can't have a pain-free life.